This is Hans Zimmer.
Hi, Anne. It's good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you for having
Come
me.
on in.
Where are we here? In Santa Monica?
We're in Santa Monica, in California, in America, and we're just about to go into my writing room. I suppose this is where I'm supposed to say this is where it all happens, but most of the time it doesn't happen, and it's just the room I procrastinate in the most. And
well, you have a piano on the left.
I have a piano which gets touched occasionally, but usually what happens is, I find one of the books and then sit down and start reading and not really do the work, but, that's not really a good thing to tell anybody. And there's a lot of technology around still. I still like my old Moog synthesizers that make a great righteous racket. This whole room really came about because I was leaving all my books on the floor, etc., and we started running out of wall space. So I thought I'd build myself a little library.
I'm going to do
and since I spent 24 hours a day, pretty much, every day of the year in this room without windows, I thought, I might as well make it fun and make it comfortable and cozy. And yes, it's being European, I was missing the art, and so there is a real Egon Schiele hanging on the wall.
I'm going to go up to that. I love him.
You don't get that too often.
So did you have like a set decorator help you with this?
Sort of, but it was mainly me having like a midlife crisis and drawing things on napkins and finding really good carpenters. Well, the thing was, I was going to go back to Europe. Because I was missing it, and then I thought, hang on a second, I'm in Hollywood. I can have whatever I want built.
Exactly.
So
now you have a lot of space here. You're running an entire organization with building after building after building. How did that come about? What are you doing out here?
Loneliness, boredom, and actually recognizing other people's talents as being something really interesting. And really, it started off with, me building a little studio and a friend coming along going, oh, you're building a little studio. I need to build a little studio. So suddenly there were two of us building something, and it kept on growing. It kept on growing, and people come and go. But there's for me, there's something really great about hearing somebody else's music and really being challenged by how good they are. That's on the one hand, and then going back to my room and going, oh God, what I'm writing isn't that good. So there is a lot of competition here on a sort of an
How many people are housed here?
I think it's about 10 composers plus their assistants and and everything else that goes with it. And it's it's sort of, sometimes I say it comes from my band days, that the idea that people can collaborate in that way. But it works really well for filmmakers as well, because, it becomes a conversation as opposed to just this sort of one-on-one, where I write something and the filmmaker, there's always that moment where you have to play it for the first time, which is terrifying for both the filmmaker and the composer, of course. But, by knowing that there are people here who can play an instrument amazingly well, for instance, or the way we just throw ideas around at each other, and it's a creative environment basically, and most of the filmmakers feel very comfortable here.
Well, the center of the room, if I'm not mistaken, is over here.
Pretty much.
And you are working, it looks like, on Chris Nolan's Inception.
Yes.
Which you're not allowed to show me.
No, I'm not even allowed to say the word.
But up here on this big flat screen, is this where you would play the movie itself?
Absolutely. And then, basically I have my little computer in front of me, and the days of writing on paper and playing something on the piano and going, but this is where the strings come in and this is where the horns come in. First of all, I'm not a good enough player, which is sort of, in a funny way, a little bit beside the point, but there's something, I don't even know if it's, yeah. You instantly have a different emotional quality to the thing, and suddenly the filmmaker and I, we are having a real conversation. We're really having a conversation about what the music will do to that shot, what the music will do, with its full orchestration in there.